Hi everyone, it's Robin. Welcome back to my channel. It's literally been like 6 seconds since I ended the cleanser video, so I'm just gonna launch into this and I'm gonna try and get these all filmed so that I can get them out over the course of a week. So I'm not trying to drag this out for like ever. Okay, so I just spoke about cleansers. If you haven't seen that one, I'll put the link in below. So I do a double cleanse at night. In the morning I do a single cleanse, and I use this one generally, and it's just because my makeup really seems to sit nicely over something that's like really emollient and really hydrating because my skin is extremely dry. Okay, so in the evening, I have done my double cleanse, I get out of the tub, and the one thing I will say after my double cleanse, it used to be that as soon as I got out of the tub, my skin would start to feel dry and tight, and I don't have that anymore. With the double cleanse and with these two, the combo of products I'm using, I get out of the tub and I literally can, I dry off and I put on my lotion and I think, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and start my skincare, but I don't have any problems with that. So that has been a huge added benefit to that, to using those two products. Okay, so once I get out, I use a toner. Now, once upon a time, toner was to do two things. Toner was to remove the, what was left over of your cleanser, because back then, way back in the day, they used to use a lot of cold cream cleansers that they would wipe off. And so the toner was there to kind of remove sort of the remnants of your cleanser. It was also there to pH balance your skin. And I'm not going to get into this, but I will say very quickly that cleansers were very alkaline. They had a lot of soap. So on the pH, they were very alkaline, so 7+. And toners back then had a tendency to be very acidic. And so they were somewhere prior to 7 on the pH scale. This is getting way too technical. Bottom line, toners were there to help pH balance your skin. So back in the day when they would try and sell you the cleanser and toner together, yes, it was a marketing ploy, but it was also because they were generally pH balanced to work together. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm not saying that, this has been, a story of skincare, with Aunt Robin, anything like that. And really quick, as I mentioned in my previous video, this is not a promise that any of these things are working for you, that they will work for you. I'm saying that they have worked for me, and I just wanted to share that because if my experience and my pain will help one person, then it will have been worth it for me, because if somebody could have spared me, I would have appreciated it. So I'm a giver. I'm here for you. No. So after I cleanse, I tone. Now, I have a few. I use this one sometimes. This is the Avène Eau Thermal Spring Water. To be perfectly honest, I used to work for this company, so this will always be the one that I reach for. What I will tell you though is I would still reach for it even if I hadn't ever worked for them, because this is amazing, and it has, without going into the whole history of this company, which I still love and believe in, it has a high percentage of silica. Silica holds moisture and it will bind it to your skin. Some of the other popular ones on the market, I will not name names, have a lot of salt in them. So if you spray this on one hand and let it dry, and some of the other ones on the other hand, this will just taste like hand, and this one will taste like salty, because when it dries, it leaves a lot of the salt residue. So I like the Avène Thermal Water. You can use this any time of day though. Like you can spray it on to help refresh your makeup. It just feels good. It's great to have in your diaper bag. It's great to put on diaper rash because it's very healing. It has a lot of the silica, and it's just really nice. So I use that a lot if I've gotten out of the tub or out of the shower and I've patted my skin dry and it's dry. Sometimes I'll just put a little bit out really quickly, but I do like this one a lot. Okay, so one of the things I realized is that having not properly cleansed my skin, as I mentioned in the previous video, having not properly cleansed my skin for a long time, my skin wasn't going to do, the moisturizer wasn't going to do a whole lot because I had a lot of just dead skin buildup. So I thought to myself, okay, regardless of how my skin freaks out, I have to just do something to do a full kind of a reset. I've got to exfoliate, and rather than use a manual exfoliation, which is like a scrub or like a washcloth, I'm going to use a chemical exfoliation, which is generally it is an acid. And don't think battery acid. I'm not talking about acid that's going to burn your hands off or anything like that. I'm talking about an acid that is made specifically and targeted for your skin. So I did some research, I watched some videos. I started very, very, very gently with this product, which is called the Pixi Glow Tonic. I'm hoping you can see that. Here in the UK, you can get it from Pixi. They have a website. I'll try and find, okay, www.pixibeauty.com. There is a location here in London on off Carnaby Street. You can order it online. You can also order it from the US. If you go to the website, they can explain how. Okay, so this has aloe vera and ginseng, but it also gently exfoliates to remove dead skin cells. It's alcohol free. It smells very fresh and like herbaceous. It doesn't stink at all. It's completely non-offensive smell. It's really nice. I love this. I put it on a cotton pad. I put it all over, all down my neck, all on my décolleté. And within like maybe 2 or 3 days, I noticed using this morning and night that the moisturizers that I was using and the products that I was putting on after were really making more of a difference. So because I can't leave well enough alone, and because I thought, well, if this is good, then more's gonna be better, I decided to pull out the big guns. Looking back, I'm surprised that I actually took the plunge and decided to do this. But I did, and I'm glad I did. I went in with Alpha H Liquid Gold with glycolic acid. Now, if you're really quiet, you can hear the horrified screams of all of the people watching this video who have rosacea, who are like, are you insane woman? You're asking me to put glycolic acid on my skin. And no, I'm not asking you to put glycolic acid on your skin, because again, this is my experience and I'm telling you what worked for me. But I bought a little sample from, where did I get it? Somebody had like they had like a try me pack, and there was like a little one in there, and I just decided, and it was like 15 pounds. And I thought, rather than spend whatever, I think this one's like 31 or 35 on the big one, I'm just gonna get a little one. And I started by just doing a patch test to see, and my skin didn't fall off, my face didn't, just slip off of my skull. So I went for it, and this is how I personally make this work for me. I do my double cleanse, and then on a cotton pad, I apply this all over with a cotton pad, and it says to leave it overnight, not to put anything over this, and then the next morning cleanse and moisturize as usual. I leave this on for about 15 minutes, and then I go in with a little bit of this, spray that on, and then I moisturize. So basically, I'm giving my skin about 15-20 minutes of the effects of this. And for me, that has been exactly what I needed. My skin gets a little bit pink. I was a little bit concerned, but what I put on after it seems to calm it right down, and I've noticed a huge improvement in the smoothness, the softness of my skin, but most importantly, the effectiveness of the products that I put on after this is increased so much. Like, I have noticed so much improvement in the actual texture and clarity and firmness and tone of my skin since introducing this and using it in the way that I do. The last product that I use, before I talk about this, I have to say that this product is no longer available in the EU. However, I had this prior to the ingredient in it being banned, and so, and it is still available for sale in other places. If you're in the US, you're stoked right now because this is actually available in the US. You can get it, and there are versions of this available in the UK and in the EU. I still have this one because I had it before, and I'm just using one that I purchased while it was still legally available. So if anybody from like the Food and Drug Administration here in the UK is seeing this, if this is wrong, I apologize, but I don't believe there's no rules being broken by this, because this is for sale in the world, and there you go. This is by this company. I'm not even gonna attempt that. It is called Lotion P50. This is the 1970s version. And it's called the 1970 version because this is the original recipe. And it has an ingredient called phenol in it. The reason I don't understand the ban on this ingredient in the UK is because Germaline, which is the product that everybody puts on their kids' skin to knees here, contains phenol. So I don't understand. So England's Food and Drug, if you're watching this, dude, what? The smell of it though, for the US people, if you don't have your hands on this yet, you remember in the 70s and the 80s when we would get sore throats and our moms would spray that nasty red cherry flavored on our sore throats, and it had that numbing agent, but it had that very distinct smell. This is what's in there. Camphophenique. It's like a camphor smelling thing. And what it is it's mildly, not antiseptic, but when it numbing. The word that starts with an A that means numbing. And 852 of you guys are going to write it in the down below. So thank you for those of you. The A word that means numbing. I'm sticking to that. It kind of does that. It kind of tingles. Bottom line, it's great. And I use this at night. And this one is a little bit stronger, so I put it on a moistened cotton pad. Again, not saying it'll work for you. I'm saying that for me, it has been fantastic. And like the other products, it helps whatever I put on after it sink in better, do its job faster, actually, you know, do an effective job on my skin. So that is part 2. And I'm going to end there, and I'm going to pop right back on in 3 seconds with the rest of it, which is going to be moisturizers and treatments, and then we will be done. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.